It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go! Here we go! 60 or. Look at me! Go!
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. This will go for 5 up to the 33. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. To throw on second down, Costello. He'll rifle this one deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Here we go. Set. Let's fix the outlaw.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fields. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first.
Here we go. Hey, come on. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
They'll run on 1st down. Rivers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Hang on.
SOS. 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 SOS.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose, and this is recovered by the Chargers.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And some space here. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 76 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Off the play fake. Fields. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it third and 8.
Let's go. Double tight. Yep, go. Everyone got four down. That's it. 31 set up.
On third down, Fields. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Desmond King picks it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown here in this first half. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Well, no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play action pass could very well be open.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Ready, ready. 18 Gators. 80 weapons.
You get one. Say.
Let go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello completes it to the fullback, Ham.
We got
Down.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Chargers.
Fight.
On 1st down, Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again. Costello. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 20-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Coming after you. I'm coming after
2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room.
They've got his man complete. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Fields. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Fields. He's going deep for Brown. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Heavy on the edges. Slam, slam, slam.
Snap.
From the gun, Costello. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Throwing on first down. Fields. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Off play action. Fields. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
I got it. Watch time. Tight end right. Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Set, go. 57, Mike 57. Watch the pass. Kill.
On first and 10, Fields going for it. That is caught by Brown. touchdown, Raiders. 25 yards for the touchdown as they are able to cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
Go. Protein spill, 10 Lobo. Rock it, let's go.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
60 or.
He's tackled at the 34-yard
6-6, pull it
It's a
high.
gain of 7. Brings up 2nd
Five.
and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Big Griffin.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello looking deep. He's got a man. Complete. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
We go set. 70, Indy.
Tomlinson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. Operating from the gun, Costello, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cut. Kill, it's a 6. Pull it, now. Kill, turn it. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the slant.
Off the play fake. Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
31's the mic. Here we go, D. 31's the mic. Let it go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
53's the mic.
From the gun, Fields. Looking middle, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you. Mike, 53. 53. Hey, 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 hey. Yup. 53 is the mic. Let's go. Let's go. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Fields looking sideline, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This will be caught at about the 6. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 5. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun, Fields. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
From the gun, Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Costello. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill, kill, kill.
Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
218, chop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, exit. Snap.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. Costello. And he's going to go down again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll field this at the 5. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Off play action. Fields. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On fourth down, Fields. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Let's go now. 10-2 start.
Check, 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 check. Check, check. Lucky.
Recon 132 fighter. Hey, Haywood. And ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Costello. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This to make it a 3-score game late. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Fields. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Fields. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So this crowd will not